Hey, this is Phil Lilley at Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. It's going to be a very different one cast today. We just got in our 3 32nd ounce jigs from the guy up at Lake of the Ozarks. We got in 10,000 of the new jigs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint, and I'm going to tie, and I'm going to use this jig. It's the first one out of the batch, and I'm going to use it on one cast, but I thought I'd go ahead and just go through the motions of how a jig is made. This jig, if you look down the back or the top, you can see that one side is bigger than the other, and this side is round, this side is flat. And that's what makes these unique, although other jig companies have done the same thing. The shape of the jig makes this jig, when it falls freely in the water, actually this one, it makes a loop. It falls in a spiral. It also, the collar, which is the area down here below the head, it kind of slants towards the head, and there's also a little place here that's indented right below the head. And for those that tie jigs, this is really nice because all your thread will fit right up. Everything is drawn up towards the head where your thread is supposed to hold down the marabou. You'll see here in a minute. This is powder paint. This is what you paint jig heads with. They're made of lead. These are made of lead. Bless you, Jackson. We want to fluff up the powder real good. Just stir it. And when you heat these, you don't want to put them in the flame more than just a couple seconds, because there is a little bit of a trick to this. You heat them too much, and it'll actually melt the lead. Now, what the guys who paint the jigs for us will do, they'll put this in an oven at 350 degrees for about 20 or 30 minutes, maybe a little more, and that bakes this on to where it really is hard. It won't get knocked off by the rocks quite as much. But that's a painted head. And now we're going to go in and put some feathers on it. Okay, we're going to tie our jig here. This is very makeshift, so hopefully this is going to turn out. This is not going to be blurry and funny looking. I'm using, what am I using? GPS 75 brown. That's the type of thread I'm using. It's pretty tough stuff. It's even kind of hard to cut. This is something I do to my personal jigs. So I put a little head cement on the base first, and then I take, this is strong marabou. I've got sculpin, ginger. I'll put them together. I'm gonna try to make the tail about the length I want. Then I just lay it on there and kind of spread it out, so it'll go all the way around the hook. Dwayne's probably not going to approve of my collar. It's probably too big for him, but that's tough. Then what I do is I just put on 3 or 4 half hitches. Again, people will use a whip finisher, but I don't. Now I put enough lacquer or that head cement on there that it seals all the marabou and it seals all the thread. So I don't have to worry about the marabou coming off, and don't have to worry about the thread coming undone. And there is my jig. I'll take it out and fish it. See if it catches a fish. We've got a brush fire or something going on down south of us. Just showed up about an hour ago, and it's pretty widespread, so it's a brush fire. I'm gonna do the I think we were talking today, this is gonna be kind of a new series. It's called Buoy to Buoy. It's one cast. So the first cast is the first cast. It will count. But we also said kind of an ongoing contest between me and Dwayne, Ryan, whoever else does one cast, is how many fish you can catch between the buoys. I'm not quite to the first buoy yet. Can't cheat. Got my jig on, 2-pound line. They're running 2 units of water. They ran, for a couple hours, they ran 4 units again like they did yesterday. Then they backed it down to 2. Table Rock is really getting close to 915 power pool. And with the mild temperatures approaching, I don't think they're gonna run this much water this weekend. We'll see. Oh, I'm at my buoy. Now this is a 3/32, so it's a little heavier than the jig I used yesterday. The one yesterday, ooh, that's a big fish, bigger. The one I used yesterday was a 16th. Yeah, this is a good fish. I think it's a trout. It sure was green. Maybe it was a brown. No, it's a smallmouth. The first fish caught with one of our new jigs is not a trout. 2-pound line, I gotta be careful. It's a good smallmouth. Oh, he is fat. Cool. How about that? How about that? Look at there. It's a stinking bass. Cool. We've been catching, reports have been catching some smallmouth. Nice, pretty. About 13 inches, 13 and a half. Okay, that's one, and it counts. Now watch, I'll probably lose it. He wasn't too far off the bank. There's a little eddy up there that I threw in. And Dwayne went out. Oh, two fish. I was gonna say, me and Dwayne went fishing about 2 o'clock. And we drifted from the dam to Fall Creek, throwing jigs, and I did not catch a fish. I hooked one, and he got off. And then I caught 4 below Fall Creek, between Fall Creek and the River Point Estates ramp. And three fish, but I lost 4 jigs the whole time. I think Dwayne caught 6 trout, and he lost 5 jigs, I think. So we were trying to keep track of our fish to jig ratio. And we tried sculpin ginger, brown and orange, black, white. I don't think he tried gray and white. It just slow. It was slow today, this afternoon. I just got a text from my buddy Paul Cruz. Him and his brother fished the Spring River over in Oklahoma for white bass. He said they only caught 3 fish. So maybe just a slow fishing day. Tomorrow's another day. I got a little time before I hit the buoy. It's current seems like it's pretty slow. It might be running less than 2 units. Got this big tree in the water, and I've backed off quite a ways off that tree. I didn't want to catch it. What I need to do is put some ribbons in the tree, some orange ribbons to mark the buoys, so everybody can tell that when Dwayne does it, or Ryan, that they don't cheat. Of course, I never cheat. Last cast. Yesterday I caught 2 legal fish. The first one didn't count. I got him in the back. Ooh, I had a bite. After I got done with one cast, I fished all down to my mom's place, and I only caught 1 other fish. Okay, I think I'm done. Two fish. One counted. A nice smallmouth. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, it's a smallmouth.